Football time, boys and girls. Welcome back. I am your champ, Scott. Don't worry about him. Can you believe it? Woo! Welcome back to another season of football. Welcome back to season 3 of Champ Chatter. I am your champ, Sam Webster. Two-time. Thursday night was an example of how brutal football fans and all of us, fantasy football fans, are. You know, Cam Newton probably got a couple years taken off his life expectancy, but we can't get enough. It's football, baby. You know what else is a brutal sport? League Pick'em. I'm the only one this week who picked studs inflated balls. They're all doubting you, coach. Can you believe that? I learned my lesson last year. Never doubt the man. You got CJ. You got Cam Newton. You got a hell of a squad there, you know. In this week's episode, we'll examine 4th round rookie quarterback sensation. Darren Sproles is still fantasy relevant. Who knew? And the revival of the running back in the National Football League. Here we go. On to the matchups, boys. All right. First, we have studs inflated balls. Should I be looking here or here? The camera's here, but I dragged the camera here. Well, anyway, we got studs inflated balls over hillbilly boners. You see, I talk about random stuff when I lose track of what I wanted to talk about. You thought I was talking about the camera. That's Hollywood magic, baby. I was really upset on draft night when Coach got C.J. Anderson. I think he's going to have a huge year. Last night was an example. I'm not saying he's going to get 25 every week, but you got a young quarterback, you got a revamped offensive line. Ooh, baby, Ronnie Hillman got cut? Look out. I wasn't high on Cam against the Broncos, obviously, but when you got Cam, you got to play him no matter what. Stud's got a lot of players I don't agree with, like Willie Snead. I wouldn't be surprised if he's catchless. Zach Ertz is a weak tight end, in my opinion. I don't like him. But hey, Coach is a fantasy football wizard. Maybe Wentz will slice up the Browns for 3 touchdowns. This could be. You know, Bruce is playing solid wide receivers. I love the Coops. I love Antonio Brown, obviously. Projected for 17. I've never seen that before. I'm excited to see what Arian Foster does. This could be one of Moan's virgins he was talking about. Lion bitches. I meant tight. It's going to be tight. I love Cobb this week with all the attention to Jordy Nelson. It's going to be a very, 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 very good matchup. I'm excited to see it. It would be the matchup of the week if I wasn't playing. Next, I have Kyle over Sean. Really can't wait to hear what Sean's excuse is on Monday why he lost. I obviously think Big Ben is going to go off. He's a hell of a quarterback. I might pick him for MVP if he can stay healthy, but he can't. So, he's got Amir Abdul in his lineup. I chalk that up as a loss right there. I'd be surprised if he gets more than 6 points this season. Or this season. Yeah, if he gets 6 this week. Meanwhile, Kyle has the Manning to Beckham combo. This is the first year Eli will be expected to be the better Manning for the first time in his career. Let's see how he handles the pressure of years and years of unrealistic expectations. Isn't that hilarious? You're a Hall of Fame quarterback, but you're a disappointment in your family. Gosh. Let's talk about Darren Sproles, shall we? He's still kicking. Still a fantasy play. Bit risky week 1, I'll say, because we don't know how Philly's going to run, but we'll see. Why not? Carson Wentz will look to check down, throw Sproles, he'll do whatever. I think we might be talking about Wentz as fantasy relevant this year. He's a hell of a talent. Next, we have Nick over Kevin. Picking Nick never works out for anyone involved, but maybe Nick can overcome his previous bad luck and really surprise us. Gurley is the best running back in the NFL. There's no doubt about that. He's representing Los Angeles, baby. I hope he replaces an injured... I hope Nick replaces Marcus Wheaton and makes me look... Alright. Let's start over. Forget you heard anything 10 seconds ago. Man, I really hope Nick replaces Marcus Wheaton. Doesn't make me look like an idiot. Marcus Wheaton is injured and in Nick's starting lineup is basically what I'm trying to type. I got Moan beating Zuck. Zuck got the head start with 15 out of Kelvin Benjamin. Moan doesn't have a defense right now, but I'm sure he will. I look really stupid if he doesn't. but I think he has too much firepower. He's got Keenan Allen when healthy. He's a top 5 receiver. David Johnson, boys and girls, if he picks up where he left off last season, we won't be making fun of Moan. We'll be handing him the trophy and all of our money. And as for Zuck, I got 3 words. Robert Griffin III. The third. Desperation mode week 1 doesn't look good on you, Zuck. Now, we have the Humpty Dumpty matchup of the week. Where me, your champ, sits in bed. I eat eggs. Because it's 9 o'clock where I am. This is Pacific Standard Time, baby. Anyway, hold on. If I don't have eggs for breakfast on a Sunday, I'll come up with something more ridiculous. But, okay, Humpty Dumpty matchup. I sit in bed, eat eggs, and tell you who is going to get crushed. And this unfortunate recipient is Scott. Imagine if that was the segment. I didn't even tell you why I thought that. I just said, that's Scott, and I'm moving on. But no. I'm choking on spinach. Woo! Alright. You know, I've actually looked into it. You can, as a fat guy eating on the internet, I can get paid some big bucks. So enjoy that. That was free. We got the Carr versus Breeze matchup. I think that's going to be a shootout. Those two even themselves out, really. D'Angelo Williams is huge for Bruce. That's big time. D'Angelo Williams is like 45 years old and he's still kicking. But I think he's going to do well. I think Sammy Watkins is good for a touchdown or 2. Remember that. On the other side, Scott has Zach Miller. I'm not going to expand on that. He's got Zach Miller. I think Old Man Forte won't be used in New York like we're all hoping. I expect low numbers from him all year. Spencer Ware isn't even the starter in Kansas City. I'd be happier with my boy Charkandrick West. All this is bad news for Scott, who is my Humpty Dumpty Player of the Week. I hope you can put yourself back together. Anyway, in the matchup of the week, I have myself beating Alex, obviously. I think the Russell Wilson to Tyler Lockett combo will be deadly. Although I will admit, Lockett is bustier than that nerdy girl from Modern Family. Look that up. She got breast reduction surgery, and she's still like a quadruple F. It's insane. Anyway, Gronk out. I love Martellus Bennett. Speaking of double D's, Gronkowski is on the couch this week with his playmate of choice, whatever he does these days. If Brady was in, I'd chalk it up as a win and just not even watch week 1. But with Garoppolo or Jacoby whoever the shitty quarterback is that they're going to replace Garoppolo with, they got to get him the ball. I mean, I don't hate Alex. He's got Hopkins. He's got Barnyard Barnage. He's got Mark Ingram. But can we talk quarterbacks 1 second? Let me get on a little soapbox of sorts. The hype with Dak Prescott is absurd. Yes, he's a scrambling quarterback, which is valuable in fantasy. Yes, he had an amazing preseason. Yes, he has a super cool name. But when you start a 4th-round rookie quarterback week 1 in fantasy, when you have Carson Palmer, the 3rd place 2015 MVP in the NFL, you're trying to do way too much. Dak had a good preseason. You know who had a good preseason last year? Amir Abdullah. You know who was probably the preseason MVP in 2012? Colt McCoy. Dak is going to suck. That's all the time I want to give you, dirtbags. Good night. Good luck. Except for Alex. Goodbye, everybody.